Okay, we are good to go. Quick little workaround. I'll wait till I see a few people hopping on. Hey guys, I see you. Sorry about the last minute switch. Zoom sort of changed a few things around. So I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes for a few of you guys to hop on. I see people hopping on now. All right, we are going to get started for sake of time. You guys are hopping on. If you notice your teammates are not on here, please make sure that they know about the change of plans. We just want to make sure this gets delivered to as many people as possible. If you're not familiar with YouTube, I put the link there. You can share it in your team pages, have people hop on their computer so they can hop in the chat box with us. Otherwise, they can obviously watch the recording, but this is how we'll have to do it for tonight. So let me get us all set up, and then we will turn it over to Shay and Laura. All right. Here we go. Hey, guys. Okay, we are going to get started. For those of you who are having trouble getting on, I made it public for the time that we are live, so that should eliminate any problem. I really want to get us started, though, because this content is amazing and these girls are ready to roll. So let's dig in. Okay, so here we are, you guys. It is Thursday, April 26th. I am Brittany Leggett, and I just get to do a quick intro to these amazing coaches. Tonight is a really special night. Laura and Shay were both a part of the To Be Mindset test group, along with one other person who's not here, my husband, Lauren, who's working tonight, but he couldn't be more excited for these girls to share their experience. And he will give a male's perspective at some point as well. But tonight is really special because Laura happens to be postpartum. Shay happens to be pregnant. So I think those are two really unique perspectives on top of a brand new program. So I feel like this is really super special. And they are super passionate about this. So I've got my notebook here. If you guys don't know Shay and Laura, they are diligent, dedicated, committed coaches who are extremely valuable leaders, not only to me, but within our entire coach family. So this is really super special that not only they agreed to do this, but they actually offered to do this. And they're super excited to bring just their excitement and their knowledge from their experience in this test group. So I really want you guys to soak this up with me. I've got my notepad here. They are pretty much going to share as much as they possibly can. They are under a little bit of a non-disclosure agreement from being in the test group, which is how things work until it's officially released. So don't get mad at them if they can't tell you exactly what you want to know, but they're going to do their very best to share as much as possible. Okay, so let me mute myself and turn it over to you girls. And if you need any help with any of the things, just let me know. Call me. I'm right here. Thank you guys so much in advance for all that you prepared and for your willingness to share. I love you both.
I love you. You're so awesome. I'll now look at our beautiful picture. Okay, guys, I am pumped. I am so pumped. It has been a long time since I have had the privilege to talk to you guys, and I am honored because this program has freed me up from masses of insecurity. And we'll go into that, and you're probably thinking, what are you talking about that? To Be Mindset was something that came at a good time for me. I was postpartum. And so I had my baby on, my little baby Scotty, I'm in her room in December. And so I couldn't jump back into fitness. And that was kind of my thing. Like I love to work out. I'm one of those weird people. I've always had a good approach to food, but I didn't know how to help anybody else because I have created the habit of choosing healthy foods over like crappy foods. I have finally eliminated soda from my diet. I have eliminated like most fried foods from my diet. And because of my kids, I've eliminated dyes and a lot of sugars just because of their struggles with it. But I thought, how am I as a coach supposed to help a customer? I felt so inadequate. I was confident to be able to put somebody in the right direction regarding fitness. If they're like, hey, I need to work out. I'm like, I got you. Why? Because I had this good old pal called Beachbody On Demand. And I am 100% confident that that tool is what they need in their tool belt when they're talking about needing a good workout program. But when somebody came to me with nutrition questions, I was like, I got nothing. Eat a salad. Drink more water. Cool. But it wasn't structured or flowing or beautiful or eloquent. And honestly, I was trying to hide under a rock for a very, very long time. I've been a coach for over 5 years. And can I get a little amen in the chat box if you guys can relate? If anyone else has struggled with helping your customers and coaches really get results when it comes to food, I did not know how to help people. And then Alana, the wonderful Alana, who is an expert trained dietitian, nutritionist, she understands the science behind our brains, why we eat what we eat, how it's a cycle, how the yo-yo diet has sabotaged most of our results, how it could create insecurities and eventually have people throw in the towel. She has taken that personal experience of her own, having lost several hundred pounds in her journey, and compiled it in a simple philosophy, I guess you can call it, a simple framework. And I went into the test group thinking, okay, I'll do this test group. I want to learn more and I want to represent the network. And I was blown away. When I say blown away, I mean this is going to be so dramatic. I feel like I'm giving a thank you speech at the Grammys. I felt free. I felt all of a sudden like I wasn't beating myself up over having an extra mug cake that wasn't on my container list. Okay, I had a mug cake for this call, and I chose to think, it's all right, girl, I got this. Why? Because the mindset in which Alana trains us to approach our nutrition is to have a very good relationship with food. I've had a lot of people ask me, well, who is this for? Because they just think it's for people who aren't really into fitness and they only need to lose weight with their food, or it's for people who they already work out, but they don't want to do the containers, or they're not familiar. I just want to eliminate anything that you think about this program, anything that you have preconceived coming into this call. Erase it right now, because I'm telling you, this is who needs this program. People who want to lose weight but just doesn't like exercise. Or what about people who do like exercise but they struggle with nutrition? What about people who have injuries and illness so they can't exercise? What about people who love food, they love big portions, and they want to feel full? I get hangry, y'all. I binge eat and I get hangry. Don't tell me I can't have something, I'll panic. What about people who want an easy solution to follow, but they don't like strict rules. They don't really like the structure. They don't want to be put in a box because, like me, I said, I'll panic and I'll binge eat that one exact thing that I'm restricted from eating. Or what about somebody who has an emotional eating problem? They're stress eaters. They're obsessed about food. They feel overwhelmed. And so their food choices, unfortunately, is what they use to sabotage themselves. We are going to address that. And I'm so excited to be a part of introducing you guys to something that I am confident can absolutely give you confidence in your business, equip you to have better results, and really transform your business, whether it's for the income or for your ability to really serve your people. So I'm going to pass it over to Shay, who's going to continue talking about why this is also her secret weapon.
Thank you, Laura. Okay, so much like Laura, when this first came out, I was kind of like, this sounds so silly. And I have a feeling that a lot of you guys that way, because I've talked to, especially on the Success Club trip, I've talked to a lot of coaches. And again, I felt like they thought I was being dramatic and explaining how wonderful this was. And I was being probably very overbearing. But you really won't understand until you get this in your hands, which you do in like less than 6 days. For just 4 years, I just celebrated 4 years. And I've never been more excited for lunch. This is really, really going to shake up things for you personally in your own journey. It's going to shake up things for your challengers journeys, people that have fallen off, people that couldn't commit. I mean, how many times do we get people in a challenge group and they're gone the next month, and then we get the new people in and they're gone? This is all about retention and getting people results. And this is going to rock your business. So if you are underestimating it, you're hurting yourself. So don't do that. I'm going to say something really bold now because I want to catch your attention. I will use To Be Mindset, and we'll talk a little bit more about what this looks like. A little bit, not a lot, but I will be using To Be Mindset as my primary nutrition. I'm not going to go to containers anymore. I'm going to go to Be Mindset, period. So that's a really bold statement. Will I use the containers for people? Will it be an option? Sure. But this is the way that I feel like it's going to serve the people that are in my market best. And I would have to bet that we all have very similar markets that are going to feel the same way. This is simple. Laura called it the other day. She was like, sensible, simple. I don't know. She used the word sensible. And I was like, yeah, sensible and simple. That was like two really good words. So don't miss this. This would be just like if you never tried the containers, if you didn't try To Be Mindset. Like, that would be the disconnect for you as a customer, as a person, as a business owner. So assume all of you guys are here to further your business as well. So that's why it's really important. There's no starting on a Monday. There's no unlearning this. There's no complexity to this. You're going to have to start. You're going to want to start ASAP and go in, just like Laura says, with fresh eyes, just like a super open heart. And I think you're going to be like, your heart's going to be bleeding like Laura and mine are, because we both are very truthfully and passionately aligned on this. So I'm going to keep that short. So I'm going to jump right into your questions. I'm going to do 7 questions and Laura's going to do 7 questions. So just so you know where we're going. So I'm going to jump straight into this. and give you some answers. This has been probably the most elusive program that has ever been released. I think they just didn't tell us anything. And so it was a real honor to be part of the challenge group or the test group, because I was like, oh, I get to actually know what this is a little bit is about. So it's been great. It has been cool to kind of get an open window into that. And I know a lot of you feel like very closed off. And that's probably why you haven't really connected to it either. We've been in this for a while. We've connected. We've talked to people. We've seen people on their journey. And we've gotten to be on calls with Ileana and really get to know her. And so it's been such a simple, sensible, and sustainable. Yeah, sorry. Okay, I got distracted. So anyways, it's just been so great. So I'm jumping into your questions. The first question we're going to chat about is, what the heck is it? Looking for a one-line elevator speech to describe this program to customers. So really the best place to look for this kind of stuff is the product training guide, which we will post. We actually created a DU pre-launch page for 2B Mindset. Sorry, that's not the correct name, but you can hop in that. We're going to share a ton of resources there over the next few days and tonight and whatever with you guys. So everything we talk about, don't worry, you'll be able to see it and feel it and touch it and look at it for yourself. But I just really pulled straight from that to give you a one-liner. This is 2B Mindset is no more counting calories or points, measuring food, cutting food groups. You will learn what to eat and when for your body and your weight loss goals. But what makes this program really unique is that it will change your mindset and help you conquer some of the underlying reasons you've struggled to lose weight and keep it off. So you can make your own elevator speech out of that. You can make that a one-liner sentence, but basically it's no restrictions, and it's changing your mindset and getting to the root of why you do certain things around food and why you feel certain things. All right, number 2. How is it different from Portion Fix? I know I probably just rocked your mind and your entire business saying what I said in the beginning. That was kind of the point, because I've been doing this for 4 years using Portion Fix. But I believe that 2B is just kind of the way that's going to just grip onto people's hearts and really last. So the next question was, how would you transition someone from Portion Fix to 2B? So how it's different, I'll answer that first. There's actually a little chart that Brittany pointed out to me, and I totally missed this when I looked at it earlier, in the product training guide that compares them. So I'm just going to quickly go through Portion Fix, external controls, containers, 2B Mindset, internal controls, mindset. Portion Fix, structured, 2B Mindset, flexible, specific portion rules. With Portion Fix, plate visualization methods, you're going to follow something called Plate It with 2B Mindset. And you're just going to look at your plate, and that's what you're going to do. You're not going to measure or count calories. It's going to be completely based on your cues. Portion eating comes from Portion Fix. Volume eating of certain foods come from 2B Mindset. And then last thing is, Portion Fix is calorie-based. 2B Mindset is nutritional and behavioral guidelines-based. So that's a really quick thing. How you would transition someone from fixed portion, I don't know why it says a Portion Fix to 2B, would be that you wouldn't. You would just have them do 2B and have them follow that, see how they like it. This is all about, and I'll get to this in a second, this is all about intuitive eating for the specific person. So it's very different from Portion Fix, very different. Polar opposites, honestly, I would say. Okay, so third question is, what sets it apart from other diet programs, regimens? I've already answered this. Someone put Weight Watchers, Ginny Craig, containers, calorie counting. So all those things have in common is counting and counting calories. I was going to say tracking, but you do track, you just don't count. You don't track numbers in this program. You just track food. And that's how it's different. There's just no restrictions and there's no points. She wants you to think of, she shared this a bunch of times. She wants you to think of the food. She doesn't want you to think of it as a color or as a point. She wants you to think of it as the food, the food group. So that's what you're going to be doing. 4, is it intuitive eating, time, nutrition, etc.? It's intuitive. It's behavioral. It's somewhat timed. I wouldn't say it's timed. I would say it's organized. But it's intuitive. That's a really good word for it. Intuitive, learning how to intuitively eat for you, for your specific needs, body, and you'll go through that and see what that is for you. Number 507. Does it follow a specific food philosophy? Would it work for someone if they're vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, or paleo? Someone also asked, are there going to be alternatives and or suggestions for food allergies and intolerances? Literally, that doesn't matter. This is based on your preferences. Vegans were in the test group. Allergies, there's not really any subbing anything. Anyone can do this. Anyone can do this. That's the beauty of it. And that's the magnitude of it too. She did mention though, if you are a vegan, that unless you're an ethical vegan, that she would consider putting animal protein in your diet. So that's just something to think through if you're a vegan. Number 6, are there grocery lists and meal preferences? Yes. Would Beachbody launch a program without that? I don't think so. They're super simple and easy. This is the most stripped back thing you're going to find in a program. There's tons of recipes that are literally made for like me. People that don't want to like cook longer than 20 to 30 minutes max. 30 minutes is max. I would say most for recipes are like 20 minutes. Super simple. And number 7, these are kind of a few questions together. So is it actually a workout program or only nutrition? It's only nutrition. There is no working out in this program. That's why it's so different. That's why it's separate from Beachbody On Demand, although you can access it through Beachbody On Demand. It is purely nutrition based. That's why it's different from Beachbody On Demand. It has nothing to do with that. It's really a specific course in nutrition. And that's how I've been kind of marketing it, just to give you like a tip. I've been calling it more of a nutrition course and guide for people that have Beachbody On Demand, and that's worked really well for me. And that was not my tip. That was from another coach. How does working out fit into this program? Working out is extra credit. Ellie, she will share all about this. She's all about working out. She wants you to work out. But if you're a person that struggles to work out and or gets overwhelmed with it, she wants you to totally focus on your mindset and food first, and then you'll just start feeling good that you'll want to work out. That'll happen, but it's extra credit, which is also really great for our market too. It makes it easy. Can you use TV with any workout program? Would it differ for various fitness levels? Yes, you can use it for any workout program. Pick anything on Beachbody On Demand you could do it with. And no, it doesn't differ based on your fitness level or anything. It's really based on your personal preferences. This isn't containers. It's not going to give you a set amount. This is based on your personal preferences and how you feel. It's behavioral and cues and intuitive. So I hope that answered those questions. If you have any other ones, I don't know if I'll have time to answer them, but we can answer them in that group. I'm going to pass it back to Laura now, and she's going to answer another 7 questions that you guys had.
Oh, wait, Laura, sorry, you're still muted. I just wanted to catch you early because there you go.
I was so excited.
No.
Do you see my passion?
I did. That's why I interrupted you.
I was like, I know what y'all are thinking. Now this is really awkward because I was like, the crescendo's here. I'm going to build it up. I'm going to lay it on them. And then, wah, 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 the mute. But for real, guys, I am sure most of you are thinking, but wait, I just said my marriage vows to 80-day obsession. I got amazing results. I was using containers and time nutrition. Now you're trying to tell me to put my brakes on and try something new? No, girlfriend. We're not trying to tell you to break what's not broken or to fix what's not broken. We're encouraging you to think of this program as an asset to what you're already doing. So the question that I want to answer is, somebody asked, how do you bridge the gap? How do you bridge somebody who's using a fitness program that already suggests the fixed nutrition, and they have the little container options? Okay, Shift Shop does that, 80-day Obsession does that, 21-day Fix does that. Any program since 2014 recommends using the containers. Cool, you do that. The difference between Fix and Tubi is that Fix is structured. Okay, the containers are structured. It might be for somebody who needs that structure and like, this is the food you eat. This is the specific time you eat it. If you eat more than this container, then, you are grounded. Cool. For other people, Tubi mindset is somebody who needs to be able to assess their day and say, okay, look, I'm going to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How in the world do I eat healthy? How do I lose weight while going out to eat? How do I lose weight while being on the go? How do I lose weight while, packing snacks for my kid? What foods do I choose? That's simple, that's sensible, and that's sustainable. You guys saw us post those 3 S's in the chat box. Let me explain why really quickly, because it has to do with the fitness programs. You can choose to do the fitness programs that are aligned with the the nutrition programs that's aligned with each fitness group or each fitness program. But the longevity of 2B mindset is what is the power. The power here is that this is sustainable. It's not like you're cutting out a specific food group to shred for a competition you're in. It's not like, oh, I'm going to go, I'm not going to eat for 3 days because I need to lose 10 pounds to fit into this gown that I'm going to wear for a wedding. Like, it's not that mentality. It's not a quick solution, a quick, let me drop the pounds, let me fit into this outfit. This is a ongoing lifestyle choice. And that to me is what is most liberating, because Alana's philosophy is you got to change from the inside before you change from the outside, right? So she helps us work through these perhaps, gut wrenching, what is the word? Like these panics of how I can't do it any way differently. I don't know how to do it any way differently. I'm just telling you, your customers would love this kind of freedom. And the people who might not, I can't tell you everything right now. We're going to go through the questions. Okay. Is this for beginners only? No, it's for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. Why? Because this is putting the power in your court. Like the control is on you. You are now the expert of you, and no one diet fits every single person, right? Like every single body is created differently. The way that our insides work, what we might be sensitive to, the way that our body inflames, the way that we respond to certain food groups at certain times, it's different. So no longer are we going to be, putting ourselves in this cookie cutter box of this is the one way to do it. You go through this process and you figure out for yourself, hey, this is what's working for me. This is what's not. I'm going to pivot and adjust. This is what's working for me, pivot and adjust. And eventually you're going to get that lifestyle so familiar where you know what food groups to choose, you know when to eat, you know how to eat it. And there's really going to be that simple solution for beginners, intermediate, or experts. In my head, I feel like this is a great concept for people in my mom's age group, true or false. Somebody asked that about age grouping. I guess because it's tempting to equate this to something like Weight Watchers, or I don't know what kind of diet programs were out there for like an older generation. Because when I think of my mom, I think when she did the Atkins diet and when she was doing all these different trends. So just because it's promoting itself as a weight loss program doesn't mean that it's marketed to an older crowd. It's marketed to anyone who ever wants to eat healthier and use food as a way to do that in a healthy way, not to withhold themselves from food in a dangerous way, not to binge eat, not to have poor choices with food. So it's not necessarily for an older crowd. It's for anyone. How do you market to someone who isn't overweight but is looking to clean up their nutrition or actually gain weight? I think that you can position it as, hey, I went through this. I watched the videos. I know what the philosophies are. I know what the cornerstones are and why it's going to be powerful. So my solution to you is you need to next week buy the program. You need to watch all of the videos, and then you'll be like, oh, that's why. So yes, somebody who needs to lose weight can participate. Somebody who needs to gain weight can participate. And the way that you can market it is going through it yourself to understand the process. How much is it? Is it free on Beachbody On Demand? Is it offered in a challenge pack? And what comes with the packages? Those are great questions. And you know what is also great? The Coach FAQ. That is my best friend these past couple of days, because like 4 days ago, I was asking those same exact questions and I was like, oh crap, I'm leading this call. I don't know any of these answers. So I sat down, I looked up Coach FAQ, I looked up all the pricing, and then lo and behold, I Googled it and I found a bazillion, on Facebook specifically, I found a bazillion graphics that break down the actual packages. So I'm going to share my screen really, really quickly because I have a couple more questions to go through. But I'm going to show you guys the actual pricing. And I know some of you have already added yourself to the, launch group that Brittany tagged that we're going to mention in a second. And this graphic is in there. So here's how it is. Yes, there's a challenge pack. Yes, there is a specific avenue to get to 2B Mindset It will be in Beachbody On Demand on a brand new tab called the Nutrition tab. So there's going to be something brand new starting next week called the Nutrition tab. So they can access this through Beachbody On Demand, but they don't get it just because we're Beachbody On Demand members. It's completely separate, even though they're buddies. Like they're friends, they get along, working out and eating right. They have to go hand in hand. So they're in one easy place. But the mindset kit, the basic kit, is $99 for a customer. It's $79 for a coach. So you guys got to do it. It makes sense. The challenge pack, which comes with Shakeology, is $160 until June 3rd. And then the complete pack, which is really the best deal, that's $200. And that comes with the year annual access to Beachbody On Demand, Shakeology, and the 2B Mindset Kit. Okay. So those are the packages. And that is how much it costs for coaches. Again, you guys know you get the awesome discount. Can you start right away, or is it something you have to get in the mail? You can start right away. You'll get immediate access to the videos. You will be sent a go-to guide. You'll be sent, recipes. You'll be sent a bunch of fun stuff, a water bottle. It's going to be fun because who doesn't like getting fun stuff in the mail? I love getting my little green box in the mail every single month, but you can go ahead and activate the process and watch the videos and learn for yourself what we're talking about when we're saying it's a mindset. Next question. Why do you think it will help somebody who has emotional eating? Okay. Alana wants us to feel free. She addresses how to deal with emotional eating because she personally has struggled with it her entire life. She shares stories about how she would go to camps every summer and lose 50 pounds and then gain 100 back and then lose 50 pounds, up and down, up and down. I'm talking about elementary age. By the time she was in 8th grade, she was over 200 pounds. And so she started working with a dietitian who started teaching her how to approach food and how to handle it. And she thought, oh, okay. So she started adapting these mindsets at a very early age, and it transformed her life. And so I'm thankful for her experience, her knowing what it feels like to be obese, and her knowing what it feels like to emotionally struggle with her body, emotionally struggle with eating, and how now she's living a healthier lifestyle. She's, put all of this into practice, and she's really leading by example. So as far as emotional eating, she wants to break down exactly how to lose weight while also continuing to eat foods that you love. So no freaking out over withholding what you can't have, being restricted, and then, overeating and gaining it all back. She provides a lot of recipes that are simple. The videos that are in this program that walk you through all of it. I was so impressed of how professional yet attainable it is, because I'm not a good cook. I'm not a foodie. I go shopping at Publix and Winn-Dixie, and I will get frozen veggies and heat that up and eat it with a spoon. And I thought, I can't post these pictures about what I'm eating. I can't do these like amazing, aesthetically pleasing pictures of food and recipes because that's not natural to me. But the videos, guys, she has it all laid out of like actual products that she bought or whoever bought at the grocery store. And she's like, you might see this, you might see this. Here's some peanut butter, here's some chips, here's some bread, here's some fruit, here's some quinoa, here's some meat. Like she literally has a table full of groceries. And I was like, all of that's familiar to me. And that's my sweet spot. Because as a mom, I'm cooking. I'm not going to go over there and spend 3 hours chopping up some vegetables like Gordon Ramsay and being like, oh, I'm going to fillet it and have fire. It's just, I'm going to be simple, and I need food that I can feel confident in feeding my family and also helping my customers cook the right things and eat the right foods and make the right choices in the midst of their busy lives. Next question. I think I just answered that. Perfect. Is it sustainable over time? Absolutely. It is sustainable. Compared to a lot of other diet trends these days that tell you to cut out certain food groups, to, live in this corner right here and drop 20 pounds really quickly. That's dangerous, because what's going to happen when they start to introduce that one time accidentally, boom, they're going to get all their weight back. This is sustainable, and you are in control. You are the expert of your body. And this program, I hope, gives you the confidence to take back the reins as far as your nutrition. So now we're going to talk about, I think we both answered that question, Shay, of whether we enjoyed it or not. So how do you want to go back about that? Because the next section of our call was talking about like whether we enjoyed it, the test group, and any challenges we had while walking through it. And then we're going to talk about how we're actually implementing 2B Mindset in our business when it comes to challenge groups, the app, and our strategy moving forward.
Yeah, I don't know how you want to answer it. I don't know if people are interested to hear about the pregnancy/nursing piece. We could talk quickly about that, like briefly, and then maybe any challenges that you see. I don't know.
Let me see.
I don't know if anyone questions. Because there is like a caveat to pregnancy, I know for sure. But
well, for nursing, I love to feel full. I drink a lot of water. My supply has not changed at all. I am nursing full time. I have a 16-week-old. And I know other women who have gone through this program who are nursing. It's not a restrictive weight loss plan. For me personally, even though I'm still 10-ish pounds over my pre-pregnancy weight, I'm not actively looking to lose weight. I'm looking for weight management. So I'm more focused on the nutritional part of how it's going to boost my body with the right stuff and maintain my weight. And so you can do that as well.
Okay. So pregnancy. So there's a huge disclaimer on pregnancy. If you didn't know, Ileana's pregnant, which is awesome because we got to have calls with her one-on-one. There was like 4 or 5 of us pregnant in the group. So we got to be with her and like talk about pregnancy and 2B Mindset. I think there will be something published when it comes out about the tweaks you can make during pregnancy and how it works really well. She was working on that. She was pushing really hard to do that. So if not, though, she shared them with me. So I do have them, but I don't really know what that looks like. So I have to be careful with that. I did make a video. I have it ready to go when it is appropriate to share. But I started when I was 15 weeks pregnant in the test group. I'm now 27 weeks pregnant. For me, like just honestly, my journey postpartum was really hard, and I came across a bunch. I don't know what I'm looking for, but like just through a lot of challenges. And I started this pregnancy heavier, so I was totally freaked out to go into this pregnancy and had a really probably unhealthy view of food and just honestly my health journey through that 1.5 years of postpartum. And so then I got pregnant again. And so anyways, 2B was really freeing for that and so amazing for that for me. I feel in control in pregnancy. I don't feel like I have to work my body to death and work out a ton. And that kind of gave me freedom there when I worked out so much in my first pregnancy because I felt like that's what I needed to do. But it was more about the food choices that I'm making, at least for myself. This is a personal journey. I will say that I've only gained 10 pounds this pregnancy. And so of course that can pack on in the end. If we've been pregnant, we know how that works, but it's been really encouraging for that. And I just feel so great. I had a really hard pregnancy last time and I feel so good this time. And I feel encouraged, and people tell me, they're like, you look like slimmer. And I'm like, I'm not, I'm definitely not. But I just feel good and I'm drinking so much water. It's a huge part of it. And my digestion's been really, really great, which was a really big struggle for me. Challenges, I will say, Laura, like probably challenges will be one big part of the 2 bunnies, as if you guys have heard that. One of those things are going to probably be a challenge for you to probably emotionally deal with, maybe for some of you. It's going to flip the script a little bit and how we talk about a specific tool. So I can't really share what that is, but just be prepared and be open. So I don't know. Do you want to go next?
Yeah, I think that's perfect. Be open. Okay. So be open. It doesn't mean that, you buy it next week, you start learning about it and you're like, holy crap, this is amazing. That's how you can feel. Or you might be like, I'm nervous. I get it. I just went through the test group and I was reading some of the beginning comments of other participants. And some of their stuff was, holy crap, this is the opposite of everything I've ever been taught, which was probably a little extreme on her part because people like drama, but it's true. So I am asking you guys just to be open, to be excited to have this kind of freedom and still be able to lose weight. Yes, you can. You can still eat what you love, modify, like within reason, follow these guidelines that Alana teaches, and you can still lose weight. And also they're so simple that even a newborn mom of 3 who's thought that she was talking and she was muted the whole time, even a hot mess self, can confidently say, this is now a piece of my coaching career. So I'm excited because Beachbody is actually going to be offering a 2B Mindset certification. And I cannot wait to get that under my, virtual resume. But really, because the way that I'm going to be implementing it into my business is I have the fitness piece, Beachbody on Demand, that I'm super confident about. I have now the nutrition piece that I'm very confident about, and it can apply to anyone at any stage of life, forever and ever and ever. It's simple, it makes sense, it's sensible, and it's sustainable long-term. Okay. And also the third piece is the mental piece that I work with. So when I talk about introducing this to my challenge groups, personally, I have an ongoing challenge group that I call a life group. And I have 3 different sections in that challenge group. So I have a fitness course, I guess you can say, where I teach them about fitness. I have a nutrition course, and y'all, I was like, bump that. I can't even call this a course. I was like, hey, nutrition solution, the fixed nutrition, but I didn't know how to help them. But now To Be Mindset fits that puzzle piece. There was like a gap right there with my challenge groups, and now it's filled. All right. And so the third aspect was their personal growth, kind of on the personal development side. I will be using it, and I will be talking about it for the next couple of weeks and really promoting it as a Mother's Day gift. So the deadline for people to sign up with me to use the To Be Mindset program is May 7th. And I am asking my customers or prospects, all you have to do is buy the base kit. Buy the base kit, and you can join this To Be Mindset group with me. And it's going to be a way that I can funnel them in, help them by coaching them more confidently through To Be Mindset. And then that can also funnel to letting them get Beachbody on Demand, encouraging them to try Shakeology, encouraging them to try other things and fall in love with Beachbody and what we offer. So it's kind of a gateway drug. So they can ask that for Mother's Day. That's what I'm doing. Shay, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to try and keep this short. So I'm doing a few things, and basically this is what I think you should do too. But I am posting about it and sharing and inviting to it, just like I would to anything. If you didn't think this was for you, share that and say like, hey, I'm starting this, and it's going to be, can you guys hear me? I think you can. It's going to be a new thing that I'm doing. Think like new coach lens, think curiosity marketing, share test group results and testimonies and personal conversations. I've had to do that because I'm pregnant, because I don't have physical results. So I'm a perfect example of experiencing the program, but not having physical results. I put a bunch of those in that group. I'm going to skip emails. I've been doing emails, but that probably doesn't apply to you unless you're in the test group. I also, honestly, I'm a big proponent of YouTube and sharing your journey there. And it can actually translate very easily. Yeah, I don't know. I see you too, Laura, instead of me. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys can even hear me. But, okay, good. Okay, that would be awkward. I'm a big proponent of YouTube. If you have something that people can relate to you on, and I didn't realize this until I went through my postpartum journey, I don't have a gallbladder. I made a few videos on YouTube about not having a gallbladder, and so now it's Laura's picture, or at least on my screen. And I just connected with so many women, and it has been a really cool thing. So I want you guys to consider this program is so good for people with autoimmune diseases. PCOS has been a huge thing in our group, and people are finally seeing results with those things when usually they have a struggle. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why we're stuck on this. Oh, Brittany's gone right now too. So sorry, you're just gonna look at Laura and listen to me. I apologize, y'all. Okay. That YouTube playlist. You do not have to do that. That's just something I'm doing, and it's been good. It's like a vlog for my journey. If that's awkward for you, that's fine. It's just a new alternative for me that's worked really well. Again, launching a group. I'm doing similar thing to Laura. Someone asked, I don't know if we answered it, Laura, but someone asked if the challenge group should be different than like our current groups. And yes, I think To Be Mindset should be completely separate. Maybe I missed it. I think it should be, you should solely focus on To Be Mindset in your To Be Mindset group. You can host a fitness group as well, or one that includes and incorporates fitness. You can have fitness, of course, a part of To Be Mindset, but it should be solely To Be Mindset. In my opinion, that's what Ileana has also represented, and she's calling them success groups. Just a heads up, you're going to start hearing that term a lot more. She's not calling them challenge groups. So I'm personally launching my group on May 2nd, the day it goes live, because you really can learn this immediately if you wanted to launch it that soon. If you need more time, that's totally fine, but you could launch it May 2nd and just start learning right along with your challengers. You'll get the product guide, not the product guide, you'll get the success group guide tomorrow. So you'll be able to look through it and prepare a little bit for that. That's my plan, because actually Laura and I don't really know how it's going to be laid out, even though we were part of the test group. So we have to prepare a little bit for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have an on-ramp group through the Challenger Tracker app. I'm going to do like a course, if you will. I'm doing quotations. You guys can't see me. I'm doing like a course in there. We're going to watch the videos, and then I'm going to move them to a lifetime group, because I want anyone that ever does 2B Mindset to be in a lifetime group with me. And I'm thinking I'm going to do that on Facebook, but I'm going to be really flexible and see how it goes. I'm going to hear feedback. I'm just going to be really open to this, because I want to see how it works best for people. So, another thing that I'm doing, keeping a spreadsheet of all that are interested. I know that's kind of like a duh, but I am getting information of what people want for packages now and logging it. So then on Wednesday, I can shoot it over to them, and then we can start immediately. So I don't know if you're not organized, maybe that's helpful, maybe not. It's really simple. I just have their name in the package if you want. A couple other tips I would give you, and what you should be doing, is follow Ileana on social media. Start getting excited and inspired by her. She has really, really great content on her Facebook, on her Instagram, and we can put all of those in that group as well. And the last thing I'd say is, don't worry so much about marketing. I know that's really counterintuitive to everything we just said, but worry about yourself doing this. Like you need to really focus on you. This is a very personal inward experience and journey, and share that. So just go in with this and go all in, and just really you're going to come from a completely different lens with 2B Mindset. And so make sure you're worried about your personal journey and not just marketing, because that tells the best story. So all right.
Boom. I guess I can talk now since I'm on the video.
I don't know what happened.
I think Brittany must have been like switching us when we were talking, because I was like, it was awkward. But I'm back. Shay, you look beautiful tonight. It's a shame that people couldn't see you more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not wearing any makeup. The reason why we are very adamant about you guys trying this out for yourself is because we were hesitant. Even though we were asked to be in the test group, we couldn't say no to that. But even I just feel like I remember being approached with there's this new nutrition thing. I was like, it's fine. I got it. It's no big deal. I'm postpartum. Like, I'm just going to eat all the cookies right now and wine. I need wine. Like, I was neglected from that for 10 months. So, but our eyes were opened, and I feel like we remember what it's like sitting in your shoes, in your seat, being like, why do I need this? Give this a chance, and next Wednesday or whenever you can financially commit to grabbing this program for yourself and walk through it. As Shay was saying, be less concerned about your strategy and marketing behind it, because that will come naturally when you walk through it and experience it. Now, does that mean you have to be ill prepared? No. Does that mean that you don't think through what you post and the curiosity marketing that you throw out there? No, you can absolutely throw out your post and continue, gather a list of people who might be interested in a nutrition course, capture emails, whatever you do to, kind of stir the pot and get some leads going. But a very cool thing that you can do is, one, realize you're not behind. For me anyways, this is what I would be thinking. You're not behind if this is the first time you've heard of 2B Mindset. You're fine. You're absolutely fine. Majority of people, your customers might not buy on May 2nd. It doesn't matter. They might buy on May 14th. They might buy on June 28th. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you commit to this, you walk through it, and then you lead by example. And we share that. That's the same philosophy and same concept of any other program, but with 2B Mindset, even more so, because it is a bit elusive until you go through it yourself. So you will make a plan based on your experience. We shared our plans. I'm marketing it to say, hey, gift yourself this, ask this for Mother's Day, so people can start with me on May 14th. And it's not necessarily a separate group. It's a group that's within my customer group. It's like an ongoing big group. But I think that's all, Shay. I know that Brittany said she might not be back because sweet little Rue is upset.
She's back.
Any other questions that we missed?
I don't think so. I don't know if people had other questions. I think just ask in the group. I know we got started a little later.
What about our big call to action? Everyone has to join the launch group, the pre-launch group.
Oh, I feel like you just said it. Sorry.
Yeah, the big call to action was for everyone to get it next Wednesday.
Right.
But if you're still not sold, like if you're not committed to it, my hair's falling out, then we have a pre-launch group that we've created specifically for Dynasty United. So you, all of your team, whoever, go there for information. You can watch this obviously in all of its chaoticness, or you can go to that team page, go to that group page, the pre-launch page party, and learn about it there, because it's going to have a lot of resources in one place.
Yes, I'm sorry. I wasn't picking up what you were putting down. I got you. Yeah, I think I would echo everything Laura just said. It sounds like we're being so dramatic, but it is that dramatic. Like it is. And so I just would encourage you guys to stop. Like as coaches, I think we get in this yo-yo cycle of committing to a program and then getting off and then getting like results to get a new program and then getting on a new program. So stop losing those 5, 10, 20 pounds over and over again and commit to this and find a sustainable way for you to stick to your results. The really cool thing about this program that she shared over and over again is that people see the best results after a few months of sticking with this, because they figure out their body. And her really big like win, she doesn't care if you lose 20 pounds in 2 months. She cares if you keep it off in like a year. Like that's what she cares about. So I said this earlier. I was like, I think this is easier than the 3-day refresh, and we have access to it forever. So don't do a disservice to yourself, your business, your challengers, your family, your friends, everyone, and commit to this and get in that launch group, and you'll get like a bazillion resources, and we're going to make it so easy for you to commit. So I'm really excited for y'all.
You guys are awesome. I'm back with my little munchkin. You guys are awesome. That was an amazing call. I've got a ton of notes. I'm in the launch group. I hope you guys are in the launch group. I appreciate your passion so much. You guys said a lot. Like, I know this might sound dramatic. That's a good thing. To me, that means like it's that good for it to hit home with two different people in two different walks of life, 2 different seasons of life. And my husband included. It is a game changer. And so I'm super excited. You guys, I hope that you're encouraged. I hope that you're looking forward to this. Like what Laura said about the certification, what Shay said about the certification, how amazing that we get access to another full asset to help our challengers like really establish a life change. And like Laura kind of mentioned in the beginning, it's like before this, it kind of was subjective, you know, like nutrition advice, you can follow the plans, but what if that's not best for somebody? You know, I think it fits the majority and it helps the majority, but there are some people that it doesn't. And I just think this is going to really elevate your level of expertise, your credibility. And I'm just super, super excited for it. You guys, thank you so much for what you shared. Thank you for the time that you've put into the preparation and just your reflection on your experience in the group. And also thank you in advance for what you're posting in that pre-launch group. I think that's going to be a huge asset for our team as well. So you guys who are on the live call, those of you who are watching the recording, make sure you get in the pre-launch group. I linked it within the coach family page, and then make sure that your coaches are in that group. That's a huge resource for them. Of course, we've got Coach Online Office resources, and then we've got a resource from 2 coaches that were in the test group. I mean, it's unheard of. So that's a really big blessing for us as we're preparing for this launch to share this with our network. So thank you guys so much for hopping on. So sorry about the switch in platform. Zoom had an outage today that affected Facebook groups, so it's just a temporary thing. So we should be back live in our team pages for our next training. So thank you guys so much. Have a great evening, and we will see you in the 2B Mindset pre-launch Facebook group. Bye, everybody.